Hey folks, it's Tank Girl and I'm at the Samsung Galaxy Unpacked event in San Francisco, and I've got three phones to show you today: the Galaxy S26 Ultra, the Galaxy S26 Plus, and the Galaxy S26. Okay, so the S26 Ultra is the big story here, obviously. It's a lot thinner at first, as you can see here. It is 7.9 millimeters instead of 8.2, and that makes a big difference. It does feel lighter as well, so that's pretty exciting. And notice, no more titanium. This entire phone is now made of aluminum with an aluminum frame. Yeah, so that's a big change, of course. But the biggest change, kind of the hero feature here, is the privacy screen. So this display here is the same Quad HD 6.9-inch display as before, but it has now got a new feature, and that feature is the ability to kind of hide the display when you look at it at an angle. And you can do that selectively at a pixel level, which is really, really cool. So I'll put some B-roll here so you can see. So yeah, that's the big story here. In terms of the rest of the specs, not too much has changed. There is a few differences though. The cameras have faster f-stops on the main and the telephoto, the 50 megapixel 5x telephoto. So faster lenses mean bigger aperture, means letting in more light, means better low light performance. And together with AI image processing, Samsung claims this makes a big difference. So, of course, that 10 megapixel 3x telephoto still hasn't changed. The ultra wide 50 megapixel hasn't changed. The main sensor is still 200 megapixel with OIS. So that, again, the camera specs, other than the f-stop, haven't changed. You still get that 12 megapixel front-facing camera. It is a wider field of view at 85 degrees, and it does now the AI processing that it does on the rear cameras on the front cameras. Under the hood is a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy. This is, again, possibly spec bumped version. I don't know, because unfortunately I didn't get specs for that. Battery is the same at 5,000 milliamp hour. We do have, which is cool, faster charging this time around. We have 60 watt wired on the Ultra and 25 watt wireless. No magnets in the back, so no MagSafe built in, but cases are available from Samsung that'll give you that MagSafe functionality. So that's pretty cool. As you can see here, the software, there's a bunch of improvements. That's one of the things they're stressing here. A lot of the software features are actually copying what we've seen on Pixel, which is really interesting. But yeah, other than that, we've got, the same old stuff as we normally have on a Galaxy phone, nothing too crazy. In terms of storage and RAM, we're looking at the same as before, 12 gigs of RAM. You get 256, 512, or 1 terabyte of storage. Price is $12.99 this year, but you're getting a thinner phone, you're getting faster charging, you're getting faster lenses, larger apertures. That's the biggest change in terms of the hardware. Some new functionality and software, a lot of it is AI-based. They're offering a lot of features in the camera app in the gallery now, so there's a lot going on with that. So yeah, that's a quick look at the S26 Ultra. Now let's talk about the S26 Plus and the S26. Those haven't changed much at all. The biggest changes are actually on the S26, which now has a larger display, 6.3 inch versus 6.2 inch, a larger battery at 4,300 milliamp hour instead of 4,000, and it comes with base storage of 256 gigabytes instead of 128. But you pay $100 more, $899 now for the S26. The S26 Plus is pretty much identical to last year in terms of hardware, and it costs $1099. Now, the cameras are the same, the displays are the same other than the display size for the regular S26, but the Plus still remains at 4,900 milliamp hour. Faster charging speeds as well for this wireless charging. The S26 Plus has 45 watt wired and 20 watt wireless. The S26 has 25 watt wired and 15 watt wireless. So that's basically where we're at on the improvements. These phones are not thinner. They look a little thinner because of this new two-tiered camera pod, but they're basically the same hardware as last year. Of course, Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 here. We also get Exynos in other markets. Worldwide, the S26 Ultra is a Snapdragon chip. It's the 8 Elite Gen 5. So in some markets, you're going to get an Exynos chip on these. Again, front-facing cameras have a wider 85 degrees field of view, so you're going to get that as well. So that's a quick look at the S26 and the S26 Plus. So Samsung also announced Galaxy Buds. We got the Galaxy Buds 4 and the Galaxy Buds 4 Pro. Like before, the Buds 4 don't have silicone tips, so they have slightly lesser ANC and a slightly lower IP rating. And of course, the Buds 4 Pro have silicone buds and better ANC, better water resistant, etc. So yeah, those are pretty nice because the case now is kind of back to the old design, which is more of a clamshell, so it's easier to put the buds away when you want to stow them. So that's basically what we're looking at with these buds. And that's it, folks. My take from what I've seen here at Samsung Galaxy Unpacked in San Francisco. The star of the show is the new Ultra. And honestly, I think they've done a good job at keeping the price reasonable and adding some of the little features, the little improvements that matter. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, click the bell, the usual. And stay tuned for my review coming up soon. Until then, cheers, everybody.